From thousands of patriots attending Charlie Kirk's memorial.
We're on scene at the State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona.
To MAGA hat representing freedom.
People are starting to realize what my hat really means.
Is this the turning point in America?
This is the turning point in America. Charlie Kirk, I can promise you one thing.
Charlie! Charlie! Charlie!
Glendale police warning.
Like, don't cause the problem, we won't mess with you.
Exactly, right, exactly.
We're in the bushes off the sidewalk.
Gen Z occupy! Gen Z occupy!
Oh shit, here we go again.
We're coming for you! We're coming for you!
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm host of today and my name is Elvis Derry. Before Charlie Kirk's memorial, hundreds of co-workers worked in 99 degrees heat to build a massive fence around State Farm Arena. These are the things Americans have to do to protect themselves from Democrats. Arizona State Troopers declared that there will be no parking or camping in front of the arena. Patriots asked to leave peacefully.
All right, everybody, just want to give you an update here. Just had somebody speak to us from the Arizona State Troopers, and there is going to be no parking, no camping here in front of the arena. You see, everybody is leaving. We have been given a lawful order to leave. Everybody is picking up their stuff. Other things to know is that tomorrow, even though there are a bunch of parking spaces in the stadium, there will be no parking in the stadium. So you're going to have to find other places to park and walk. Highly, call people you know right now. Highly recommend you carpool, maybe get a ride share, get dropped off close by, and then walk the rest of the distance. But again, no overnight camping out here on the sidewalk. The streets are blocked off here. We have been given an order to leave, and of course we will obey that. And parking, there's not going to be any parking there.
To the other side of the barrier, please move to the sidewalk. We don't want anyone getting hurt. Cars are still coming through here.
14 hours until Charlie Kirk's memorial. Thousands of patriots already lined up, many of them coming from miles away. They were talking about Charlie, praying for his family and excited to fight for America.
Charlie! 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 Woo! All right, what state's everybody from?
Texas.
Texas, the great state of Texas. California. Texas, California, lots of California. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank God. Yeah. I have more hope now. All right, what state everybody from?
Virginia.
California, Texas. What'd you say?
Virginia.
Virginia, Tennessee, Idaho, Kentucky. That's where I'm from too. Sweet.
California.
Lexington.
I'm Corbin.
Corbin, much better than Lexington. Michigan. Take your state back. Get rid of that governor you got.
There's a guy over here from Canada.
Canada? Wait, we have Canadian Patriots here too? Oh man. Yeah, That's a hell of a flight. Thank you for your service, sir.
Glendale police officer warned that a few people who are not Charlie Kirk's fans could cause a problem, also urging people not to impede on sidewalks.
Questions? Yeah. Might have an answer. Maybe. We don't have a lot.
Number one, thank you for serving.
Wow, I feel really surrounded right now.
So, will you guys, you're Glendale?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody that's standing or sitting or sleeping on sidewalks, will you kick them off?
Yes.
You
By
will.
the gates.
By the
So
gates?
the standing is going to be a tough one, right? Like the way they're going to see it is if you're impeding the sidewalk, then we'll have you move. If you want to, we're really not going to try to mess with people that are lining up. But yeah, if you're sleeping, if you got a chair and stuff. So this is not so much our rules as much as it is Secret Service does not want people lining up prior to it. Now, obviously, hour, 2, 3 hours before, it's not really letting you do. But if they line up tonight, could be a different story.
Like there literally are. Like we just talked with a gal.
We already said that. We said by dinner time tonight there's going to be a line.
Yeah.
Outside the gate. Oh, absolutely.
But if they're just standing there, sitting there, and it's nice and orderly.
We're not going to try to mess with people that we don't have to, but if it becomes an issue, if there's 30,000 people standing there and fights start breaking out and it becomes nonsense, we're going to end it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The traffic was ridiculous. A line was snagging around the massive State Farm Stadium parking lot. It seemed to never end.
Here's Ray Shade, 1097 News. We're on scene at the State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. These lines started around midnight and they're just unbelievable. I'll take a quick spin around and you get a feel for how many people are here. And they're all patiently waiting in line.
The world is grieving the loss of Charlie Kirk. It's not just news, it's personal for patriots. Charlie was a friend, a man of faith, courage and conviction who gave everything for truth and freedom.
A good man was publicly executed in front of the whole world. And you cannot say that this was just a senseless killing, that this was just a random act of violence from a crazy person. Charlie was killed specifically as an individual because of what he said, because of what he stood for, because of what he was advancing. Charlie's whole mission was about free speech. It was about faith in God and about freedom. And it was the enemies of a brave heart like him that killed him because he was so good at what he did. He was so effective and inspired so many others. And I believe what we must do is not waste time trying to make sense of this evil, but to lift up his mission and carry it forward, fueling it with everything that we have.
Truly, this is the turning point in America. Charlie Kirk's death will not be forgotten. Listen to this.
This is the turning point in America. Charlie Kirk, I can promise you one thing. Your death will not be forgotten. I am seeing so many people saying Charlie Kirk is racist, and I'm here to say as a black man that I do not believe that for 1 second. All it takes to debunk the statements that people make is to ignore the very small quote that they put up and then watch the entire video in its full entire context. That's all it takes. To say that Charlie Kirk was racist when he was hosting one of the largest black leadership summits in the US, to me is just diabolical. He would often refer to Candace Owens as being his best friend. Some people might watch this and think that I've been some big fan of Charlie Kirk for years. That's not the case. No, see, the reason why I'm now going to be driving around with this decal that says that this is the turning point is because I just watched an American man get assassinated for practicing free speech in a public event. When I watched that video, I was sick to my stomach. And honestly, I felt scared. I felt fear. I felt compassion for the families. Pretty sure his child was right behind him. And you know what's crazy? Is I started actually watching some of his clips after this happened. This dude be actually spitting facts. I don't agree with everything, but those disagreements don't come with anger. In no way, shape, or form do I think that somebody should die because I don't agree with what they say. This man wasn't even a politician. This man did one thing and one thing only. He searched for the truth.
Americans are realizing the truth. many of them turning back to God and following the right path. Do you own a MAGA hat? If yes, that is a hat of freedom.
So guess what? I'm out and about again with my MAGA hat on, and of course I got my alligator Alcatraz t-shirt on, and people are looking at me, and no one is like looking at me cross-eyed. You know, before Charlie Kirk, people would look at me like, oh, how dare you, how dare you? But people are starting to see the truth. People are starting to realize what my hat really means. It means more than just making America great. It means freedom. It means freedom of speech. It means freedom for everyone. That's what this hat represents. And everyone that is upset, that gets triggered by this hat, they're the very ones that want to silence people like me because of the way I think, not because I've done something to them. Nothing. Never even met half of these people. 3/4 of the people that's on my page that's seeing me right now, I've never met you in person, and you're triggered because you see someone like me wearing a MAGA hat because I have freedom and I'm exercising my freedom. And you want to take freedoms away because you're triggered by it. You believe that I shouldn't be able to wear the hat. That's the reason why you say the despicable things that you say about me wearing this hat. Well, guess what? I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to walk about with my hat on. And if you don't like it, look the other way. You don't like it, walk the other way. I'm not forcing you to wear something. I'm not forcing you to take off something. So you leave me alone and you allow me as a black American that loves God and puts America first alone.
A pizza manager walked over a mile to deliver dozens of pizzas to patriots waiting in line for Charlie Kirk's memorial in Arizona. Patriots, let's make Lil Capo Pizza Company famous.
We got pizzas for everybody. Little Capo, they hooked us up. If y'all are downtown,
Many patriots are heartbroken since Charlie Kirk was murdered in cold blood. But if I may ask, what has given you peace in these hard times?
So I'm here in Phoenix for the memorial service for Charlie tomorrow. It's beautiful here. The hotel actually has their flag at half staff. But I wanted to share something with you that gave me a lot of peace. Gave me a lot of peace in the midst of this storm that we're feeling emotionally, spiritually. And it's this. The first 2 days after Charlie's assassination, I was just praying and I was asking God why. I was like, why, God? Why? We all know that God intervened with President Trump and literally stopped that bullet from taking his life so that he could become president. And so I was so torn. I was like, who am I to ask you why, God? But I'm still asking you why. Why not intervene for Charlie? For 2 days, that was what I wrestled with. And then the third day I woke up and I was just kind of in between my praying and not quite awake yet. And I had this flash. In an instant, this is what I saw. I don't know if this happened, this is what I saw. This is what I felt like God gave me. In an instant, I saw Charlie speaking to thousands of people as he was. And then immediately he was right with Jesus. And the look on his face was kind of dumbfounded, like, what? Like, why am I here? What's going on? And then it hit him, or he realized what happened. And then he immediately thought about Erika and his babies. And it was just so sad and so overcome with sorrow to not be with them. And then Jesus showed him not only that Erika and his babies would be taken care of for the rest of their life, that God's going to cover them and watch over them, but he then showed Charlie, just in a blink, in an instant, what Charlie's blood as a martyr was going to do for the country and the world. And the look on Charlie's face changed, and then he was humbled and he was honored, and he was like, okay. And now this following week, we've seen the marches all over the world, Americans that have come together in unity and have started going back to church and they're taking their faith seriously. It's happening. It's literally happening. And I think it's still just the beginning. The Charlie effect, the ripple effect of Charlie's martyred blood is going to reverberate throughout this country and the world.
Deranged liberals were planning to organize a protest at Charlie Kirk's memorial. To be honest, they seriously need to evaluate their mental illness. Enough is enough.
Hey, I'm going to say it since y'all don't want to say it, man. Enough's enough, bro. Like, You finna go try to protest this man's funeral, bro? Like, for real? Really, bro? Man, anybody that go to Charlie Kirk funeral to protest, you seriously need to be evaluated for mental illness. You do. That's crazy. What are you protesting? You don't want people to go and show sympathy for this man and what happened to him? Because y'all be stuck on this empathy word, bro. Do you know what empathy means? Empathy is showing sorrow in a way in which you put yourself in someone else's shoes to get a better understanding as to why this is something that they're dealing with. I can't empathize with someone who is of the alphabet community because I would have to be in a delusion to feel where they're coming from. There is no empathy for that. That's just mental stuff, bro. Like, what's wrong with y'all? But this protesting stuff, they're gone way too far. These folks want to protest every single thing, and these protests lead to nothing. You accomplish nothing with a protest besides making a bunch of noise. You know, the Sharpie sales go up. You buy a lot of post boards and stuff like this, but it does nothing but show exactly how hateful most of you people really are. But to go to a funeral to protest, you mentally ill.
Oh my God, that was
A few days ago, I shared this song.
You were the voice of a generation till the devil cut the cord. You lived your life for the nation and walking with the Lord.
It's about Charlie Kirk and the tragedies that happened to him, but more importantly, it's about our broken world and the need for Jesus. I just released it, so go give it a listen.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Gen Z occupy! Gen Z occupy!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
They're coming for you! They're coming for you!
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm host of today, and my name is Elvis Deri.